Katie Vine, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to go over what the keto diet is. So everybody's talking about it. It's the newest craze in the health and fitness industry, and so many people are wondering what exactly it is, how you follow a ketogenic diet, and what's the point in following one, right? So we're going to go over all of that today, and hopefully you'll gain a better understanding and feel confident in starting your own ketogenic lifestyle. So first things first, one thing to clear up is everybody's talking about the ketogenic diet and how you can eat all of this fat on there, and that is the main source of nutrient when you're on a ketogenic diet, right? But so everybody thinks, oh, I get to have a bunch of butter and I get to have bacon and, all of this crap. In reality, yes, you are going to get a lot of your fat from things of that nature, but you do also want to have the main source of your fat coming from healthy fat sources like nuts and seeds, avocados, coconut oil and olive oil, things like that. So, to begin, the biggest thing about the ketogenic diet and lifestyle is your macronutrients. Some people don't know what a macronutrient is, and that's okay. You're going to learn now. So your macronutrients are your fat, your protein, and your carbohydrates. So when you're on a ketogenic diet, you essentially are switching your body over from burning from carbohydrates, which then turn into sugar and glucose, and they spike your insulin levels, and you're now going to be switching your body to running off of fat. So it's a totally different mindset, and when you're starting a ketogenic diet, something you really need to get used to. So when you do your keto diet, you do want to look at your macros, and that is what you're going to be focusing on probably your first couple weeks until you kind of get the hang of things. So you want to aim for 70% of the calories that you eat within a day are going to be from sources of fat. 20% of the calories that you eat in a day are going to come from protein, and the other 10% are going to come from carbohydrates. And so the easiest way to do this, and I will link the video to that down below, the easiest way to figure out how many calories you need to have in order to either hit your weight loss goals or just to follow a ketogenic diet to maintain your weight or even gain weight is to go onto a food tracking system. My favorite, and I think the most user-friendly system, is MyFitnessPal. There's an app for both iOS and Android, and then you can also access it online, which is nice too. So you're going to figure out that by going through there, and the video where I go into how to count your macros and keep track of what you're eating on a ketogenic diet will be listed down below. So take a look at that if you want more info on that. So, like I said, us Americans and many other places within our world, our bodies and our diets are consisted of high intake of carbohydrates, and which here and there is not a big deal, but when you're constantly running on carbohydrates, that turns into glucose, and when you have a lot of glucose running through your body, that's going to spike your insulin levels. So insulin is a hormone that deters your body from burning fat. So a lot of Americans are overweight and obese, and so that comes from that high intake of carbohydrates. You'll hear of diets such as the South Beach diet or the Atkins diet, neither here nor there on using those. Those are low carb diets, but you also have to look at what else you're going to consume. And so by consuming fats, that puts you into a state of ketosis. It's also a much longer lasting source of energy as opposed to carbohydrates, which that source of energy is only going to last, maybe an hour, maybe two, whereas fat is going to keep the energy revved up and going all day long. So by eating this fat, having that fat be the main source of your diet and being on a ketogenic diet puts you into a state of ketosis, which is also where in the low carbs come in, and then the high fat to take a part of that as well. So what is ketosis? Ketosis is when your body is naturally burning your stored fat as well as the fat that you consume. So what's the point? What's the big hype in being in ketosis? So being in ketosis, like I said, you're going to be burning fat. Who doesn't want all their fat to go away, right? You're also going to have long-lasting energy. You're going to sleep better. Weight loss, of course, like I said. The focus, you get immense amounts of focus. Even when you think you're focused, you're probably not as focused as you may think that you are. So that leads to motivation. You're going to have better digestion. You're going to have mental clarity. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So if you're not sold yet, you should be, because this is such an amazing lifestyle. I want to just say and share my own thoughts about keto. When people would talk about eating fat as their main source of food and being on keto diet, I literally rolled my eyes and just scoffed at them until I did the research. It's all backed by science. You're not going to find any other diet that is this backed by science and makes this much sense. It ends up being a no-brainer, okay? So, how long does it take you to get into ketosis? How long do I have to follow this diet? Well, this is not, a diet that you really should be following for just a couple weeks or a month. And I may be losing you some right now, but this is the most enjoyable diet that I've ever had. I enjoy eating my food. I don't feel like I need to go and pig out on something because I feel deprived in areas. I feel like it's a lot easier to get back on track as opposed to those other diets. So it takes you about 7 to 21 days to get into a state of ketosis. So you have to follow this pretty much to a T. But I do want to let you know that they do make products out there that help with that. Because it can be rough, especially getting into a state of ketosis, your body switching over from running off of carbohydrates to running off of fat can kind of make you feel a little bit ill, and that's called the keto flu. And I have a video on what to expect with the keto flu and how to minimize your symptoms of the keto flu, and you can find that down below. But they make products that help to get you into the state of ketosis in under an hour. So you don't have to wait that 7 to 21 days, and you don't have to worry about if you're going to have a cheat meal, because then you would have to start back over to get back into a state of ketosis. So I use this product. It's called Prove It. Prove It Ketones here. It's great. It tastes amazing. It helps to get me that energy. It gives me that focus like you would not believe. And then, like I said, it puts you into that state of ketosis, so you're burning fat within an hour. So it's kind of a no-brainer. But like I said, you can do it without these products, but it makes your journey that much easier. It makes sticking on that diet that much easier. If you have questions below, you can go ahead and drop those in the comments about that product and how it works. I'll also leave my link to find out more about it. And then you can also see my results. I did a 10-day pack of these to see really if they worked and to see if I liked them. And you can see my results there. I lost quite a bit of weight and quite a few inches, and see my pictures. And I'll leave that link there below so you can watch that short little video. So like I said, you're going to get energy, you're going to get the focus, the clarity, and then the fat loss, the weight loss that just comes along with being on a keto diet. Like I said, it's the easiest diet I've ever followed. It's the most enjoyable food-wise that I've ever followed. I look forward every day to eating my food. I don't feel like I'm getting tired of it. And I just want to spread the word so that you can feel your best too, and you don't feel like you're going to be constantly going in and out of diets. This is the first time that I've said that I am actually following something that's more of a lifestyle and not a diet, because I don't feel like I'm depriving myself of anything. So leave your comments below. I will answer whatever questions you have. Take a peek at the different videos on the keto flu, how to take control of your macros and how to track that, and then also check out my 10-day experience with the Prove It ketones. Again, if you have any questions, reach out, and I would love to talk all things keto with you. Bye, guys.